in this tutorial, we're looking at how to add a like button to the profile itself. So this like button could be follow. We can translate that into a follow button instead. Okay, but we'll save it just the way we save the likes. So first of all, we go to our database, and because in posts we have a column for likes, in order to keep things consistent, we're going to go to the users table as well and add a column for likes as well. So let me go to structure here. So here we're going to add one more column, and we're going to call it likes. There we go, likes. Yes, an integer, and save. Very good. Okay, we might use this column for searching. So what we will do is add an index there, because we might want to load profiles depending on which one has the most likes and so on. So we'll add an index to likes like that, and that does it. Okay, so let's come back to our profile. Now I like this button here that says post, so I'm going to try and use that one, replace it with a like button. So what I will do is go to profile.php and look for the what's on my mind and get the post button down here, and let me go up and just above the cover image here, or below, just immediately after the cover image, sorry, I will put the button there, and I'll change this to like and leave a space there. Okay, and then I'm going to give it a link to where it will go. So of course it's going to go to like.php, and then it's going to have a type of user, because remember we only gave it three types. There's user, comment, and post, and we are going to add an ID. So now this ID, I'm going to add some PHP tags here to get the ID, and I'm getting the ID of the user itself. So I'll copy this here, and don't forget to add echo and add that and close the tags like so. But inside here we change that to user ID. So then I get the closing tag and put it down here, push this thing inside a little bit, and we are good to go. So let me refresh, and there we have a like button. So let's add some styles a little bit. I want it to move a little bit away from the wall, so I'm going to say margin right. I'll put 10 pixels. That should do it. And it has a background color, so let me change that background color a little bit just to distinguish it from the other buttons. So I'll add something like so. You can add, of course, any color of your choice. So what I did here, sorry, is right click on the button itself and go to inspect element, right, and then found background color and adjusted it to my liking. Okay, and then I copied it afterwards. So this is a feature in Mozilla Firefox, but there's something similar in Chrome as well. So here I'm going to add background color at the end and put it there, and that's about it. And I'll say width auto as well, so that we're going to add the number of likes inside this very part. And if I go up the top here, I think that's it for now. Let's keep it nice and simple. Refresh, and things should work, but it's gone too low. So let's add a minimum width at the top here. Let's go to, since this is the class it's using, post button, let's duplicate width and just put minimum width 50 pixels. Yeah, so let me hit like here. Oh, actually let me add a pointer as well. Very picky. Cursor, pointer, good. So what I will do, if I refresh the page and click here, oh, there we go. And let me remove the type, because it seems it's got a type of submit. I want it to be button instead, so that it doesn't use the post. Okay, so there we go, and I hit that. But as you can see, it's not working, or is it? So let's go to our likes and see if there's something new that has been posted here, and nothing. Okay, so what we will do is go to the classes. I think we did something not cool in here. This is where the function is. If you go to like.php, let me go back here and show you. Like.php refers to a function in the posts class, which is like post. So I think we can use this same like post to like everything instead of creating another function. So let me go back here and find like posts. That's the function, like post. So the issue we're having here is that there's an if clause which says if the type is post, that's when it goes through this. However, I think we didn't add anything else here. It all ends there. So I think what we should do is remove this if statement so that whatever type it is still goes through here. So I just have to be careful which closing bracket it is for this thing, which is down here. So I will delete that closing bracket and delete the one on top. Right. So let's see if there's anything very specific about type. So select, and then here it's saying if type is equal to post, so which is not cool. So I'm going to copy type here and just say where type is equal to whatever the type is that we've been given. And I'll go down here and do the same thing, whatever the type is we've been given. Is there anywhere where type is equal to post? Right there. Okay. That should solve the problem so that any type will go through. Again, here we have a problem where we're incrementing the posts table. So we are updating the likes, right? And the post ID. So things like post ID here and posts are very specific to a specific table, and this is not very scalable. So what I will do is I will use type instead of post here. So if I get the type, let me replace both. Let me put these two in a bracket like so, and then replace with type. So what I'm doing here is type. So let's say, for example, and I'm leaving the S down there. Let's say, for example, the type is user instead of post. What will happen is it will write update user with an S, which makes it users, which is conveniently one of the tables here. Okay, so update users, set likes is equal to likes minus 1, and as you can see, the users table does indeed have a likes column that we just added. Or was it likes? Yes, there we go. So it's going to say is equal to likes plus 1 where type ID. Now if type is user, it's going to be user ID. If type is post, it's going to be post ID, which is good. Is equal to whatever ID we're given. Okay, so seems this is working. So I'll copy this and I'll go up here and even here, update posts. So I'm going to duplicate and paste. Where else are we being told to update something? Let's see. I think that does it, actually. Oh, what about down here? There we go. Always something. Let me paste. So increment the right table in our comments. There we go again. Where is this? The right table. Yeah, looks pretty good. But will it work is the question. So let's hit the like button. Let's go to our and refresh. And surprisingly, not surprisingly, wait, did it? Let me go to likes here. Oh, it didn't increment the likes on the users. Let me go to likes. Nothing here either. So what happened? Let's go back here. All right, so what we will do is let me put the die down here so that we know if it's coming to this, then it's going to die. So what this shows me is that because there's die here, or even if I put it up here, I could tell it to echo something like echo here to show that it does get to this point. So since we're not getting that, I could also tell it to die so that it doesn't redirect to any other page, and it's not doing that. So what it's saying here is that it's not getting to this point. So why isn't it? So let's go to the like.php and see what could be the issue. So type is user is numeric ID. Great, this looks good so far. So let's try and tell it to die over here so that we know where we are ending up. So it's not even getting to that point. How about here? There, indeed, it's getting to that point because we can see it has died. So what this shows me is that it's not getting into this if statement right here. If get type is set and is set get ID. So let's go back to the profile.php. So type is set and ID looks like is actually set. So what am I missing here? So what I will do is go back to like.php and echo out. I'll just say print readable. Let's print the get variable and die. Actually, I can see it right here because this is what is contained in the get variable. So there's type is equal to user and ID and so on. So I see my mistake here. So I made the mistake here. These are simple mistakes you can make when programming, so don't let them get you down. Just investigate with your passion and you will get to the root of the problem. So here the problem is that ID does not have an equal sign like so. So it didn't recognize this as the ID part. So that should sort our problem out. So let's go back, refresh the page and hit like. And everything should work out smoothly this time. So if I refresh, I see there's one entry there, which is good. Let me go to the users table to see that there's one like there and there's one like over there, which is awesome. So now what I can do is I can add a like inside this value of like. So how do I do that? Let me add some PHP tags at the top here and close them. And then what I will do is say my likes is equal to, I need to add an if statement here, user data likes, because that's a row we want. So we ask if, because I don't want to see the number of likes if it's 0. Let me show you what happens when because if I just get my likes like so and put it down here, and let me put some PHP tags because I need to echo this and paste that, and closing PHP tags, and then I'll put my bracket. So let me refresh the page so you can see what's happening. So there's one like there. So maybe instead of like, let's just use follow. And then at the end here, I'm going to say follower. 1 followers. But let's go to another profile. Oops, and this is actually getting bigger than I thought. So what I will do is move it a bit lower. I think it's too high for where it is. Let me move it below the username. Where is this username? User data, profile image, and first name, last name, right here. Below the first name, last name. Now, of course, I will need to change some of these styles. Let me remove the margin. And that should be pretty much it. And let me add a break tag to make sure it goes down. Okay, why is it moving to the other side? Did we go too low? All right, let me put it inside this div that has the name, just to be sure. So let me cut this whole thing, put it inside the div that has the profile name as well. This is a bit of trial and error at this point. There we go. That looks much better. So everything is at the center, and this goes there. So follow 1 followers. Actually, I would need that margin back, unfortunately. Where is this? Sorry, perfection. Margin right, 10 pixels, just so it looks a bit more in line with everything else. Okay, what it is. So 1 followers, that's fine. But if we go to, let's say, another profile which has 0, it's going to write 0 followers. So I don't want to see 0 followers if there are no followers at all. So this is why I want to say, let me copy this and say, if my likes is less than 1, which means it's 0, or I could just say is equal to 0. Oh, sorry, if it's greater than 0, then my likes is going to be equal to, let's add brackets there, put my likes and some more brackets, and then let's put followers here, right? Actually, let me remove this, my likes, and put this one here. Yeah, this one I'll put it an empty string like so that I can grab this and echo it right there, and remove these brackets over here, and remove the word followers altogether with its bracket, so that if there is 0, I'll just get the follow button if I want to follow. So I can hit follow. Now I have followers, but the number is unseen. And why is that? Okay, it's because I've put my likes here, which is empty, so I'm supposed to copy this part and put it here. My bad. Okay, that should do it. 1 followers. Yay. So let's try and log in as somebody else and try to follow. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so I'm going to come here and follow this one. Oops, I have unfollowed, so I was already as that person, so let me log out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yay. So let me follow there. Now I have 2 followers. Very cool. All right, so we'll continue in the next video and add the few remaining features like comments, and that's going to be about it. All right, I'll see you in the next video.